All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to D's Divinity, D's Divine Tarot. Thank you for joining in with me today. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to all the former subscribers and welcome to all the new subscribers. Once again, thank you all for joining in with me today. As you see from the title of the video, we're going to go ahead and dive into this beautiful monthly pick a card reading. You see, it may be a little bit different from what you may have experienced before if you have tuned in before. We're going to finish this thing off slightly differently. It's still technically a pick a card. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Let me let me get through this disclaimer first. Before we dive into this, man, it should go without saying, please do check the description box for any information that you may want or need to know. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to let me know. As it states in the description box, these readings are intended to be timeless. Time and energy are fluid, meaning you could have already gone through this, you may currently be going through this, and or this may be a prophetic message to come if you decide to embrace and embody the energy or advice that Spirit has for you within the reading or readings, okay? Wow. Who is under judgment, man? Who is in this energy? Child, they try to speak. Here we go. They here, they present. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Calm. We probably gonna have to put these down because they're gonna keep calling. I know. The wind is starting to pick up and it just is what it is. Let me just sit these right here for now, because I ain't gonna keep fighting with y'all today. We're not doing this today. We're not. All right. Anyway, let me get through this, okay? Keep in mind that they are general, okay? Not all may apply to you. That's perfectly okay. Take what does, let the rest fly. Maybe a message for someone else. I may not even be talking to you nor about you. I may be talking to or about someone to whom you're closely connected, friend, family, or foe. I do not know. Only you know your life, so use your free will and discernment to determine that, all right? And I know I just said time and energy are fluid, which it is. It doesn't really matter, but you will see, though, how I attributed a month to the pile, because this is basically finishing up the last quarter of the year to coincide with the yearly prediction, if you are following along. Again, that really doesn't matter, all right? Because time is fluid, right? It could be occurring at any time in your life. That's why I said what I said. It may have already occurred. You can currently be going through it depending on when you watch this, and or it may be a prophetic message, all right? I also do not subscribe to gender roles over here. However, you may hear me say he or she in reference to masculine and or feminine energy. We all have them both within us. So again, apply it where it lies. Flip-flop yourself as you need to. Do not force that shoe to fit if it doesn't. I'm not responsible for your feet, your toes, nor them currents hurting because you want to force something that ain't for you. All right? I'm also big on numerology. Whether or not I call it out, but if and when I do, I intend for it to possibly resonate with your life path number, the day or month you're born, and maybe even the house you want to pay particular attention to. All right? You can look that up, and there are all kind of free sites to do so if you are interested. Let's see, I think that's about it for that. So in getting into pile selection really quickly, this still technically is pile 1, but it will be, you'll see, the month of October. This will be pile 2, November, and then pile 3, December, okay? So please take all the time that you need. And y'all, it is highly likely that all of them will resonate with you. I mean, obviously, it's for you, right? I mean, if you're being called to it. And don't be surprised if there may be a message. You may be drawn to one pile more so than another, which is fine. That may be what is affecting you currently, right? Or however it's playing out in your life, I don't know. But don't be surprised if there are messages out of each one for you, okay? That's been going on. And then stay tuned to the end, to the wrap up, because you will see how they all coincide collectively anyway, all right? All right, I think that's about it. So like I said, take all the time that you need, and then whenever you're ready, timestamps will be below. Let's go and grow. Let's get a quick word of prayer before we dive into the readings, okay? To the Most High, Heavenly and Divine, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, I come to you saying thank you. Thank you so very much for this day, for this opportunity, for these blessings. Thank you for using me as a clear and open channel to bring forth the messages to the collective, straight and clear, no chaser. Thank you for the use of my voice, my tongue, for the voice of reason, for the mental stability, for the clarity, for the insight and wisdom. Thank you so very much for balancing me and grounding me in your energy to bring forth the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I pray as always that the message uplifts, enlightens, strengthens, heals, protects, nurtures, nourishes any and everything that the viewer may need at the time of viewing. And I pray that it plays out as I know you will see fit for the highest good of any and all involved. For all these blessings I come, ask, and give thanks yet again. Ashe, ashe, ashe all. Alrighty, let's get it. All right, welcome my beautiful gems. Those of you who chose this pile number 1, the beautiful peace, or the month of October. We're diving into, looking deeper into this energy here. Man, I get beautiful balance here. It's synchronicities. It's just peace. It's just as it says. I love this color. Some of you may be working with, or want to work with, or need to work with the energy of turquoise, even lapis lazuli I'm feeling. Maybe even blue lace agate. Something about the blues though, which I love it, because any color blue, any shade of blue is peace to me. It brings peace and balance and harmony to whatever chakra you want to work with. But specifically, I'm feeling your throat, which is your 5th chakra, Taurus energy, maybe even dealing with the Taurus. Something about Mercury. Of course, that's you, really. Your Mercury rule, right? Something all about communication. Something about that. Could even potentially be dealing with a Virgo, your sister, fellow sister sign, or, Mercury ruled sign. I don't know what else to say it. But anyway, and also something about the 6th chakra, your pineal gland. You're seeing things from a higher perspective. I was trying to say Pisces energy at the same time. There's so much coming through right now. I'm trying to slow it down, but I'll be trying to get it out as quickly as I can anyway. And even possibly your crown. But it's all about being balanced and stable, especially in those areas, to see and speak clearly. See things from a higher perspective, y'all. Something about sacred geometry. Let's see. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Is that right? Let me count that again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, 15. The number 15 may be important to you. I already said 5, even 1. Or 6, which we already said with that third eye chakra, okay? Looking deeper. I don't know, but the card itself says, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let me see how we about to do this, y'all. Hold on, because we got to have room for everything. All right. I pray that works out for us. At least it won't go anywhere. Let's get into your topper here. Beautiful. White buffalo woman. Look at them 4s. 44. That's powerful. That's stability. That's definitely talking about that heart chakra, exactly where that buffalo is. Look at what it says, though. I ain't even see the bottom. It says hopeful heart. See her sign. I'm telling you. Follow the heart, the divine synchronicities of your heart. All this will bring peace and stability. And look at the throat chakra. And look at the third eye and the crown. Ain't that beautiful? And it's like you receiving, I don't know, so many downloads. You're protected. You may even want to protect your crown during this time for sure. Look at these feathers. It's 4 on each side. 44, that may be an important number to you, or even potentially 8. I know we typically don't reduce master numbers, which 44 is an official, I guess, but unofficial master number in my book. But yeah, so it still holds the power of 8, Speaking of 8, maybe something to do with Leo, Virgo, Cusper. Something about that. Love hard. Love hard. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Do not be afraid to release your love, We'll read this towards the end. Let's get into the reading and see what this is about potentially for you. All right? We'll save this for the end as well. That's a divine abundance. That may be coming into you, or you may be trying to manifest. I don't know, Ooh, look at here talking about manifest. For sure. Some of y'all working that magic. She's got that magic. Ooh. Come on, Indy Ivory. Yes, thank you, honey. Somebody do. He or she. You got all that you need within you. You know what I mean? This is perfect balance and peace, because that's where you need to be in order to truly manifest. Because you don't want to be in the reversal style energy where it's manipulative, right? I feel like this is you. This is it. This is exactly your energy. You're creating something. You're manifesting something. You're trying to open up this beautiful potential portal energy. Step through, baby. It's a brand new with that one. It's oh my God. Something is being renewed, or you're beginning something brand new. Yeah, because this is heavy Mercury, and this is you. hmm I sometimes I don't know. I sometimes get Aries energy, but I mean, I feel like this is you though. Definitely that Mercury vibe. All right. Ooh, speaking of Aries, oh my, you may have look at this though. I was getting ready to say you may have manifested, like, I don't know, an ending or something with an Aries. I don't, or maybe trying to call this Aries in, or something about working with the energy of Aries. It don't got to just be a person, y'all. But for this to be in reverse, I feel like some of y'all may be lacking faith, is what I hear. Right? It's like you believe in the manifestation, but at the same time, you kind of doubtful. I don't know. It's something about that. It's very contradicting energy. And another crystal you may want to work with is amethyst. That's definitely will help you with that divine connection and your crown chakra. But it's something about these two are connected. You may be working with crystal grid, or I told you something about sacred geometry in the piece. Yeah, maybe you are trying to manifest peace over the life of this Aries. This could just be confirmation that you have Aries strong in your chart. You know what I mean? Or maybe you need to work. I can't even talk. Work with more of that Aries energy, as far as it's something about change, or like not resisting it, right? Like having faith, just going with blind faith and not being afraid to do something new. Something about that. Do something different. I don't know. And it's something about your solar plexus chakra, and even having the courage. That's powerful, because look, I was going to get to these later, but the bottom of the divine abundance, look what you got. We're going to get to it in a few. But yeah, that's what I just heard though, because it's something about her dress and working with your solar plexus chakra, and something about, I'm hearing something about self-esteem, courage, faith, um, trust. Yeah, trust in the divine. That's what I heard. Look at here. And have patience with yourself. This is still Aries energy right here. This is knowing, like, you always hear, if you do watch other readings and stuff, and you've heard me even say it before, it's like waiting for, patience, and waiting for your ships to come in or whatever. But that's also an energy of faith, like knowing that it's going to come, even though you can't see it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's I don't know, but I'm getting heavy that you need to have patience. That's what's really going to bring you peace. Know that it's coming. And I feel like you do. I don't know. Maybe it's something about y'all been working. Maybe you losing faith because you haven't seen it yet. That's what I'm hearing. But I promise you, it's there. You probably see it's probably right in your face, and you're not seeing it. It's something too about opening up your heart, because Leo does affect. Speaking of the solar plexus chakra, that I'm getting that Leo energy now, and Leo does affect, your heart as well. So, and I think I told y'all something about Leo energy anyway out of that, right? Because this could be Leo too. I mean, I generally get Aries heavy, but it could be Leo or Sage, quite honestly. But anyway, let's see what your divine abundance is. Look, you might need to call in help from this person, because you might be blocking this person from trying to help you bring in your manifestation. For real, whoever that is. And I'm feeling, oh, okay. Because right now I just heard, speaking of that Leo and solar plexus and Aries, even energy, it could be somebody younger than you, or somebody you feel is a little bit immature, especially with this in reverse. But it's like, don't knock, because it could even be a child. Speaking of that Leo and solar plexus and inner child, it could even be a child. And it's like, don't knock them. We got just as much to learn from them as they do from us. You know what I'm saying? Keep those gateways open. God will use any and everything to bring you signs and synchronicities. Speaking of this, you know what I'm saying? You may be trying to pray for or bring in peace over this child. I don't know, because they can be I'm getting some hearing somebody may be a little rambunctious, a little hard to handle. They may be just off the wall, off the chain. It could be another fellow Gemini, or even air sign, because including a Libra. Because look, we got this at the bottom as your overall under our energy for the tarot. So we're gonna get to that in a minute too. Because as soon as I saw this, I heard irrational. So I don't know who that is. But that's not okay with that Queen. So the Queen of Swords already can sometimes get a bad rep as a BIBI. But with that in reverse, she definitely, he or she, it don't matter. It's just feminine energy. Definitely somebody, somebody being, they probably lower than a BIBI, if that's even possible. I don't know. But anyway, your divine abundance says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, quote, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. Ooh, see? And like I said, it may not be dealing with anybody. It just could be with spirit, you know? But it's like, don't shun, what it say? What they're saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Some kind of way, however you say that. But honey, hold on. Okay. And then I just want to show you really quickly. We're going to get more into this in the wrap up. But here's the bottom of the toppers. Way of the Divine Feminine revealed. Okay. Let's get into the reading of your topper in the White Buffalo Woman. Let's see. And these can be a little lengthy, y'all, so just be patient with me. And I'll just go ahead and tell y'all right now, I'm just going to read through what she has. She leads off with a healing process, which if you are interested, I'm not going to read through that, but if you are interested, you can hit me up and I will definitely send it to you. I'm just going to read through. It's on pages 204, in totality 204 to 207, but for what I'm going to read to you, it ends on 206, okay? All right. 44, White Buffalo Woman, hopeful heart, see her sign. Have hope, for you are pure of heart, and White Buffalo Woman appears as the divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is the way shower who lives as one with Great Spirit. She teaches the practices that will free and empower us all. She heralds the birth of the divine upon a new earth. You are held in her heart, and you will recognize her beautiful grace of spirit in your own. Inner reading. This oracle signifies hope and reunion after a challenging or dark time. There will be harmony and a coming together in sacred purpose after putting pain or conflict behind you. That's that peace coming in, baby. That's exactly what that is. A birth of something pure and true shall happen under the auspices of Great Spirit. I hope that's how you say that. Forgive yourself and others and lay claim to the purity and goodwill that is your heart's true nature. Spiritual blessings is bestowed. Your actions are in accord with heaven. Complete release and renewal shall take place. The good and true will triumph in the end. Have faith, look, for your prayers are being answered. And I couldn't even get through that fast enough because they kept telling me that's exactly what this person, whoever this is, and like I said, I feel it's you, definitely, is manifesting, right? And like I was saying, you may be manifesting because it's like a, I just keep getting either peace between this individual, because I feel like there's been a falling out or a separation, the way that these are set up right here. And or you just may be releasing this, trying to cut cords or whatever with this individual, right? And you may be waiting for that to happen. I don't know, but Spirit is calling for you to call for them in this situation. You know what I mean? Ask for help. So, spiritual guidance. In the Native American tradition, the Sioux Mother, White Buffalo Woman, is a symbol of rebirth and spiritual promise. The story of her coming tells of two young men who witnessed her divine radiance. One watched with appropriate awe, whilst the other simply desired White Buffalo Woman's body and stretched his hand out to touch her. Wow, that's exactly what's going on. It's almost like this one is watching the creation unfold, that divine feminine essence being created right within her. This one is the one that's reaching out, trying to just touch her, want her for her body. You understand what I'm saying? That's why this one is in reverse. Anyway, his disrespect cost him his life, as lightning struck him down, just as the correct recognition afforded the other man spiritual blessing. White Buffalo Woman evokes the restoration of the sacred. She demands respectful relationship with each other. In parentheses, they say, whether you like the person or agree with their various worldviews is irrelevant. In parentheses, and requires that we each assume our rightful place in the community. And then in parentheses it says, which means not discounting your talents nor trying to take a place by force, in parentheses. For those of us attempting to awaken higher values and closed hearts that are unwilling to shift from more self-serving ways, White Buffalo Woman brings a message of divine justice. Wow, that's that Libran energy at the bottom of the tarot. Anyway, this is not about revenge or a mean-spirited definition of karma and people getting what they deserve. That's probably why it's reversed, because some of you may be trying to be whatever, like trying to, that's just what was coming through, trying to be malicious, you know what I'm saying, in exacting your revenge. And it's like, that ain't even for you to be doing, you know what I'm saying? What to say, vengeance is mine, says the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you ain't got nothing to worry about anyway, so just give it to them, ask for help, let them take care of it, let them handle your light work. Anyway, so it says, this is not about revenge or a mean-spirited definition of karma and people getting what they deserve. For if one is disconnected enough from the heart to be self-serving, then one is already in a living hell. The divine justice that White Buffalo Woman heralds is the restorative and correcting power of Great Spirit that will always find a way. If Great Spirit needs to use an unlikely candidate to do that, then it will. The divine is not limited to what we think is going to work. It is powerful in ways that are beyond human comprehension. It is able to enact divine law and elicit restoration even when we wonder if it's all falling apart before our eyes. This doesn't mean that we give up our fight, but rather that we are renewed with optimism and enthusiasm to embrace our journey with the greatest ally working alongside us. That's what I'm saying. I love that. We find comfort knowing that Great Spirit is with us, We find comfort knowing that Great Spirit is with us, not doing for us, but neither turning away from us in our need. We feel a more peaceful trust in the ultimate success of our purpose. What I say about that trust? For no matter how many twists and turns the path takes, behind and in front of every unexpected obstacle, Great Spirit is present. Behind every at first unwanted adversary through which we develop an important skill or deepen our unconditional reliance and trust in the divine, Great Spirit is there. For those of us that love the light and labor with great passion and perseverance, we need legitimate signs of hope to help us keep the faith in our progress and trust in the value of our contribution, for the evidence of good works is not always seen straight away. That the spiritual worlds love us enough to send us saviors is a testament to just how closely we are held and known in the divine heart. These divine beings help us when we are struggling to make the transition into the next stage of our spiritual evolution. What I say, y'all? Somebody going into the new, Anyway, it says, these divine beings help us when we are struggling to make the transition into the next stage of our spiritual evolution, individually and collectively. Savior beings are our spiritual midwives, the birthing mothers and protective fathers who are guiding the human collective into spiritual maturity. White Buffalo Woman brings you the saving grace to progress spiritually and to know in your heart and soul that you shall see the sacred restored to its rightful place in spiritual harmony between heaven and earth. Man, I just heard let the church say amen. For real, that's powerful. Okay. All right, y'all, that's what I got. My beautiful gems who chose this pile 1. I pray that it resonates with you. If it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means comment your testimony down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, especially in including yourself. And whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for doing so. If you want to join me for another pile, stay tuned. If not, please take care, but you may want to stay tuned to the wrap-up, all right? Until the next one, y'all be easy. Please don't forget your love and light. It makes everything all right. All right, my beautiful gems. Those of you who chose this pile number 2, this is the pile, and these are the messages for you. This month, we are diving deeper into the energy of judgment. Who you done exact the judgment on? Because this was falling first when you saw it during the intro. Well, if you ain't skip it, you saw it during the intro. It's like, are you judging yourself too harshly? Because if you're judging somebody else, you are judging yourself. Because I be telling you all the time, people only show you reflections of you, right? So don't be so, that's funny because it's going to lead right into the pile 3, which I feel like you may want to check out for sure because y'all are definitely connected, of course. But anyway, it's just like, have care and compassion and be patient and gentle with yourself, and others. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and that's powerful, especially coming off of what we just talked about in Power 1. If you missed it, I highly recommend you go check it out. There's something with the number, let's see, 2, 4, 6. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Did I count that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, 13. That's that transformative scorpionic energy, the death and rebirth. That's interesting, again, coming off of Power 1. And then with this judgment, I always get like a rebirth anyway, you know, because in some decks, tarot decks, it's called the renewal. And I was just talking about that. Somebody is definitely in this, obviously, because they was trying to speak real fast from the beginning. I do feel like you need to look, like, as I said, even in Power 1, there's something about looking deeper, seeing things from a higher perspective, understanding the reason for it all. And the point of it all, I love you. Come through, Anthony Hamilton. That's the divine telling you. You may be telling this to somebody else, you know, or whoever, if this is somebody passing judgment on you or trying to. I don't know. I mean, you know, even with the judgment energy, you hear a lot about reconciliation, and I just heard that, so I do got to touch on it. It very well may be that, but I feel like it may be a little more personal as far as just you and you. You know what I mean? You, yourself, your higher self, and your inner child coming together. Something about that energy, okay? And obviously, if that's going on within you, you may see it outside of you in whatever relationship, whoever. It doesn't just have to be a lover. I just heard homie lover friend, but it don't just got to be a lover, y'all. Okay? It can be family, friend, otherwise, or somebody you consider like family, you know? I don't know. Let's see what your topper has. Ooh, okay. I don't even know. Alakoa, that's what I'm going to say. Spirit of the warrior. Y'all a G. Y'all a whole G. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Yeah. It's something about, like I was telling y'all from, well, maybe I wasn't y'all. Maybe it was Power 1, I don't know. But there's a heavy energy of uh, the throat chakra. I mean, you are Mercury ruled, right? So it's something about the 5th, 6th, and even 7th chakras, but especially like being in a place of balance and love, and coming from a place of love and peace to speak your truth lovingly. You know what I'm saying? I hope I make sense. I like stumbling over this, trying to get this download out. But and I said something about that third eye chakra fleeking. You know, it's like really open, awakened, seeing things truthfully. And the crown and third eye, honestly, with this white butterfly is pure. It's I heard unadulterated. It's again, seeing things clearly. You done been through so much. You done been through the battle, man. You done been in the trenches. And it's just like, and wow, I'm getting Libran energy here with it's like the scales, and it's oh wow. And I just even heard light as a feather, your heart. That's the whole thing about the whole scales and everything. It's like measuring. That's the perfect spirit. Thank you for that message. That's the whole download, the whole message. That's the whole point of judgment. That's what it is. When you, it's almost even like a daily thing is what I'm hearing. Every day is a new day. Thank God. That's a chance. That's a chance of like a give and do over, a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm hearing too. Judge not, yet lest ye be judged. But it's the measure of your heart. Have you rid of all them things that could have potentially been weighing you down? The anger, the regret, the animosity, the ridicule, the judgment in and of itself. If you are judging someone else, you understand what I'm saying? The negative vibes, that low vibe, devilish energy. Have you rid yourself of that to make your heart light, to be pure? And I feel like many of you have, or you working on it, you know. But again, every day is a different day, and you gotta do that every day, honey. Because textbook people, honey, things, people, places, and things, honestly, will come through and test you so heavily, really, to see how far you've come, to see where you are. You know, it's like that measure of judgment. I don't know. I'm hearing measure of truth. But what I was gonna say too is the overall underall energy, which we're gonna get to more deeply in the wrap up. But this is what it is for the tarot, and that's that Libran energy. But she's in reverse. You see that, right? So I don't know. Some of you may be in that place of harsh judgment, you know, really criticizing yourself and or others. That's why that's in reverse, because I don't like, I was telling Power One, the Queen of Swords, I was about to say Queen of Wands. Who y'all dealing with? Y'all dealing with a Leo? But the Queen of Swords is already sometimes get that bad rep of being a BIBI, and with her in reverse, she's definitely that, and then some. You know what I'm saying? She ain't too stable at all. So somebody, and when I first saw that, I heard irrational. We're gonna look at this at the end, okay? So, you know, y'all gotta balance that out. Speaking of them scales, you definitely gotta balance that. Let's see what this may have to do for you. Knight of Wands, Sage energy. Be free, be carefree, be lighthearted, be free-spirited is what I'm hearing. That's definitely the Sage energy. This may be heavy confirmation that you got Sage in your chart heavy, or even dealing with a Sage. This is that time of year, by the way. Speaking of, because this is, excuse me, this is November. Somebody may be a Sage cusper. A Sage cusper. But yeah, a Scorpio Sage cusper. I don't know. Maybe who you dealing with. And I always get something about that. It's something with them 4 wands. So it very much so maybe dealing with a commitment for you, whoever this is. It don't matter now. It just got to be romantic, as I already said. It definitely can just be a close friendship. But I feel like somebody's wanting to move. Somebody's ready to go. This is that warrior energy too, by the way. It's just a little bit, I was going to say immature, which that's coming through with this. But, which somebody may be. But I was just going to say, you're just not quite there yet. You're not quite balanced completely. I don't know. Hold on. All right, I hope I didn't move that too much. But anyway. Yeah, you're just not quite balanced. I don't know. Somebody may not be. Ooh. I love this. I love this. This is that renewal. This is that new opportunity, especially with it being center of your reading. The divine is trying to come through to allow you a free do-over. Like I said, now what are you going to do with this pentacle? How are you going to plant this seed? What are you going to nurture? Within or without? You know what I mean? Within yourself or outside of, and or outside of you. But like I said, first it starts within, right? You got to start with you. How are you nurturing yourself? How are you healing yourself? This very well may be a renewal even in health is what I'm hearing, because the pentacles can talk about health, wellness, and well-being. You know what I mean? As well as financial stability. Again, could be dealing with the earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I don't know, especially Virgo, because I'm with this Mercury energy here. I was telling y'all it may have something to do with your fellow sister sign, whatever. Some of y'all might truly be gardeners, and that's the call to do so. Or if you're thinking about it, do it. You may be trying to renew, especially at this, you know, this time of year. Technically, at the time of filming, we are entering or have entered spring. So it's like, plant them seeds, honey. Watch them grow. And it may be fertilized, or you may start seeing growth by this time of year. You know what I mean? I don't know, something like that. But I feel like I was telling y'all from the get-go, this is more personal, even just talking like quite literally, maybe metaphorical for you. You know what I mean? Just talking about internally, what the seeds you've been planting to heal yourself, to nurture yourself, to grow within, to ascend spiritually, something about that. All right. And then, ooh, this keep showing up, man. This keep coming out. Aries energy. And it's interesting because it came right here, just like this, for Aries. Why it's still in reverse, I don't know. Like I said, some of y'all ain't balanced, really. And with that 4, it's definitely talking about your heart chakra. Some of y'all not quite stable there, buddy. This may be, especially with this Knight of Wands too, you may have been dealing with somebody, whether it's Aries, Sage, or Earth sign, whoever it is, may have been dealing with a player from the Himalaya. Somebody that's been in and out of your life. And it's like, you know, you casting judgment on it, or maybe you, this may be that reconciliation and you renewing, and this could just be you, you know? You been in and out, MIA, when you want to be, you know what I'm saying? You run away when the going gets tough. I don't know, that's for somebody. Some of y'all may have really quite literally had to go out in battle though, like, because I'm hearing army, military, something like that. Y'all may be dealing with a tyrannical boss or general or something. It's heavy going back here to what I was telling Pal One here. You may want to go back and listen to it. And this may be that offer of reconciliation or peace to bring within you two. I have no idea. Like I said, it just could be you. All right. Let's see the divine abundance here. Look at here. Doing the right thing, man. Not for the accolades, not for the praise, because you know that it's the right thing to do. Because Spirit is guiding you. And that's all that you need the praise and worship from. You know what I'm saying? Or to give to, I don't know. However, you know what I'm trying to say. I have no idea what that word is. Aparigraha literally means, quote, let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. And I mentioned that even back here. Some of you may be trying to manifest separating from, that could be the judgment, the final decision that you can come up with. Like, nah, you tired of going back and forth. You tired of this person coming in and out of your life. And now you just ready to, let it go because you ready for something new. It's the same energy that I was saying over here. Somebody manifesting a new, something new, or even a potential renewal of something. Okay. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, Yep. But let me go ahead and read to you your topper, Alakoa, Spirit of the Warrior. And these can be kind of lengthy. Just bear with me. Here we go. Pages 164 through 167. For what I'm going to read to you, it goes through 166, okay? All right, Alakoa, 34, Spirit of the Warrior. Though you yearn for peace, look at that. I told you I was heavily connected to Power One. Anyway, though you yearn for peace, you recognize that without truth, genuine peace can never be, even if it triggers an upheaval of transformation. What I say with that scorpionic energy, that 13 and that judgment, that's exactly what that is. The need to set things right is strong in you. This is the inner drive of the spiritual warrior. And then what I say with the right action, I love how they do this. Oh my gosh. It's not by coincidence, y'all. They put it together and wrap it up in a bow just so. Anyways, this is the inner drive of a spiritual warrior. The compelling soul need to uphold truth, goodness, and justice, that Libran energy. You will fight for these things because that is your way, spirit warrior. Trust, see, and feel the positive impact that you are making in the world. You are relentless and the divine is within you. Inner reading. Do not give up. If you feel hopelessness, despair, defeat, or frustration, and you wonder if it is really worth it, place your mind in your heart in awareness of what it is that is inspiring you. Do you feel alone on your quest? Look for the legions of being in spirit and upon the earth that fight alongside you, fearless and ferocious with love. They're going back to this from Power One. Okay. Be uplifted by your fellow spirit warriors, beloved one. Feel the joy of their love and unity with you. You have access to the divine power that conquers any obstacle, wins every battle, and secures every victory. Spiritual guidance. From the fierce Hawaiian Koa tradition of warriors comes the word Alakoa, which means, quote, to cultivate the spirit of the warrior, end quote. Inherent in this code is service to a cause greater than the individual ego. For the earth warrior, that means a community, cause, or country. For the spirit warrior, service is to higher consciousness itself. For the spirit warrior, love is the inspiration, the purpose for the battle, and the only way to win the war. Joy is a sign that the spirit warrior is tuned into source, for that is the frequency which lets us know when we are in divine presence. As soon as we are in the grip of darkness, joy disappears. Although the spirit warrior will experience emotions such as anger, grief, and fear, there is recognition that the ability to conquer lies in the present moment, and that fear comes from negative fantasies about the future. In disciplining the mind and nurturing the soul with spiritual light, the spirit warrior learns how to manage emotional content so that it becomes possible to be fully present. The spirit warrior doesn't have a violent soul, but does have a powerful energy and a great need to put that energy to good use as an effective, action-oriented presence for higher consciousness on earth. The spirit warrior within you needs to feel that your life is dedicated to something meaningful and magnificent, to witness the positive difference that you are creating through your actions. Don't allow others to stop you from unleashing this beautiful divine masculine spirit power in your mind, your soul, in our world. That's powerful because this is talking about the divine masculine and this was talking about the divine feminine, and that needs to come into balance within you. That's powerful. It says, we need you. We need men and women who can surrender to the guiding wisdom of a higher power and get things done. The moment you deny yourself the right to be bold, present, practical, and engage with the world through your spiritual truth, your mind has begun repressing the warrior energy within you. Maybe it's your own mind that tells you that you shouldn't make waves, or that being spiritual means never causing a ruckus, or that you should just be peaceful and let go, even though you know it is your heart and not your ego that is crying out for you to hold on. Maybe others are saying you feel too much, or you should protect yourself and switch off from worrying about things that you can't change. Let your ferocious warrior soul gobble up such lies and use them to intensify your passionate willingness to act. If you try to repress the bold, dynamic vitality of the spirit warrior within, then it cannot function as it is meant to and becomes distorted. Signs of distorted warrior energy include the eruption into, that's this. That's exactly what this is. Anyway, it says signs of distorted warrior energy include the eruption into inexplicable aggression towards others with cold judgment and look at that, and scathing criticism, or towards yourself in self-defeating, self-sabotaging, self-harming behaviors and violent dreams, and in feelings of having one's hands tied, needing to do something and yet feeling held back. I couldn't get through that fast enough because it's going back to this energy too. That's exactly what it is. It's both of these. That's why they in reverse. And I don't know if I even showed y'all, but we're going to get into it in a minute too, because look at the bottom of the overall of their header. It's talking about that divine feminine energy. Look how she looking. She looking so pitiful. She looking like, man, I just wish somebody would pay attention to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really do have to honor, nourish, balance, and love both, you know? Anyway. So, if joy isn't cultivated, then the warrior energy can become dark and coercive, where despair leads to loss of integrity and the ends justify any means. True spirit warriors eschew such spiritual lawlessness. They have compassion for all people. That's powerful, leading right into empathy or third power, okay? Um, they have compassion for all people, especially those tainted by the forces of hate. They know that it is lower consciousness that they are fighting against and that the people damaged by it are in need of spiritual truth and fierce compassion. If a spirit warrior tries to fight from a place of despair and darkness, doubt and hate, the battle will become destructive to their soul. When you fight for love from a place of joy, spirit warrior, the battle opens your beautiful, fierce heart. It uplifts your mind and empowers your soul with the might of divine grace that accomplishes all pursuits and wins every war. That's why I was trying to say, like, that's powerful because these go hand. I can't even really, I gotta wait to the end, but it all works together for your good, I'm telling you. And you'll see, if you stay tuned to the wrap up, how it all coincides. But that's exactly what I was telling y'all, especially in Pile 1. And like I said, vengeance is not yours, it's the Lord. The battle is not yours, it's the Lord's. Like, let him help you. Call on them. Let them handle your light work, okay? Anyway, that's what I got for you, beautiful gem. Those of you who chose this pile a month, I pray that it resonates with you. If it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means comment your testimonies down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, but especially including yourself. And I pray that's what you're here for. Whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already, thank you so very much for doing so. If you want to join me for another pile, I will see you there. If not, please take care. Stay tuned for the wrap up, as I said, so that you can see how this all comes together, all right? Don't forget your love and light. It truly makes everything all right. Alrighty, welcome my beautiful gems. Those of you who chose this pile number 3, or the month of December, this is the pile and these are the messages for you. We are diving deeper into this beautiful empathy energy, y'all. And it's powerful, man. If y'all missed the first 2 piles, I highly recommend you go back and listen, honey, because it all makes sense, especially if you stay tuned to the end. But this here particularly is talking about getting into your heart way, focusing on that 4th chakra, really bringing in that Kuan Yin, care and compassion energy, being at peace within your heart, to understand that love transforms all. And as long as you have love for thyself, first and foremost, watch it work. Be that love and light. I don't tell y'all that for nothing. Like, Spirit gave me that slogan to bring to y'all because your love and your light is just your love and truth, right? And if you always carry that and stand 10 toes on that, you have nothing to worry about. You will naturally transform any type of negative energy or vibe, right? Just don't allow it to consume you, is what I just heard. Okay? Because we as empaths, we got a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? You can't help it sometimes, but to truly feel and absorb sometimes that energy, just because that's our nature, right? But we have to learn to transmute it with our love, through our love, and through our light. Heal it, baby. Heal it. But it starts with you, okay? It says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation, especially if you are dealing with someone else. And obviously this may have to do with someone else, whether it's friend, family, or foe. I do not know. For real. You may want to work with rose quartz. This very much so may have something to do with your family too, is what I'm feeling. With that red burgundy kind of energy. Okay? Ooh, don't fall off. I'm just trying to keep you up here. Okay. And let's get into your header here, or topper, see what this is talking about. Ooh, Hayaka. Hayaka. Yeah. All right. Sources of light, like I was just saying. You need your light, baby. That's your wisdom. That's your spirit and truth, you know? The fire. Very much so, maybe dealing with a fire sign or have that heavy in your chart. I just heard North Node is fire sign for some of you. If so, this message is especially for you, and there's something in here for you. I'm getting to be balanced in all chakras, y'all. That's that enlightenment. That's that Kundalini is rising, right? Ascension energy. Some of you may want, I love them seashell earrings she got on her. Some of you may want to get by the sea. Maybe even something to do with a water sign. I have no idea. We're going to read this in a minute at the end, towards the end, okay? And we're also going to do this towards the end. So, let's see what this has to do with for you. Ooh, okay. All right, come through, Aqua. Some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius for sure. This is highly tapped in awareness. This definitely has something to do with the higher chakras, like your 6th, 7th, you know, something about it. And look, some owl may be spirit guide, animal totem for you, for sure. That's coming through real heavy. It's some wisdom, something about the wisdom that you are to receive, or maybe that you are sharing with another. It's something about someone knowing and having the right words to say, you know, speaking the truth. That's exactly what I get with this. That's almost even like the Ace of Swords coming through with Archangel Michael, you know, that sort of truth. Removing any blockages, especially from those chakras, and especially from your heart, y'all. I'm hearing Leo, especially speaking of that enlightenment. It's like I'm hearing Leo. I told y'all fire sign heavy, something about Leo and that enlightenment energy. Even something about the solar plexus or something like that. And it's bringing me back to here, because I told them I got that Leo energy. 4s, I feel like, is the heavy number for y'all. Yeah. It's interesting because each sign thus far, it's been an overall like numerological theme. I believe Aries was 6, Taurus was 7, and you are 4. And then of course I have yet to do the other signs, but when I get to them, I'm sure there'll be another one jumping out, you know. But anyway. Oh, speaking of Leo, 6 of Wands in reverse. Something I heard unsuccessful. Something about maybe communication was unsuccessful, maybe between this person. Maybe this was an unsuccessful relationship between you and a Leo, because this can be you, and I feel like it is you for most of you. It could even be with you and a Aqua, or you may be witnessing this between an Aqua and Leo. I don't know, whatever. It don't really matter what sign they are, but I'm also getting maybe an older masculine and a and a younger femme. Okay. It may even have, if it's just talking about you personally, and it may have something to do with like a idea that you had that was unsuccessful, or something about it. And it's just like, it's okay, you know. not everything. There's still a lesson within that. That's what I'm really trying to get to. And I feel like it's a the lesson, because it didn't work out the first time. The lesson is that to test your, not only your faith, but to test your perseverance. You know what I'm saying? Your drive and willingness to not give up. Don't give up on spirit either. Y'all may have had some of you may have had some kind of, you may have dealt with, wow, why are we going this way? But what I'm getting is, some of you may have been in, some religious sector, whatever, I don't know. But in it, some kind of way, that's what turned you away. But you sought the divine elsewhere, like, such as myself, you know what I'm saying? Like in spirituality, or like, not even just spirituality, but the occult, or but it's like you still have ascended. Obviously, you become more aware, like you're seeing the truth of it all. And the point of it all, I love you. That came out, I feel like, here. But yeah, that's all God wants you to see. It don't matter. Because I'm even hearing, what was that on Wayne's World? I don't know why I'm hearing it, but nothing really matters to me. However that song go, I'm probably singing it all wrong, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what God is talking about. Like, it's not that all that junk don't matter. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. The strict doctrine, let me say that, as far as what some religious sects will try to, and that's SECT. Y'all, I know I run my words together, but that, they try to enforce, or basically as a means of control, that does not matter. It really doesn't. And I'm not knocking any one religion versus another. I'm really not. Don't take you, those of you who are aware know. You know what I mean? But that's why I feel like God is telling you, and that's the thing for whoever this applies with, y'all. You probably tried this one, this denomination, that one, the other, blah blah blah, and it wasn't reaching you. It wasn't speaking to you, your higher consciousness or awareness. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Look, some of you are definitely dealing with a older masculine here with the King of Pentacles. This very much so is person is stable and secure, and knows thyself. Very much so stable and secure financially, especially. Just healthy as a horse, um, They're very intuitive, very tapped in and aware, very instinctive. It's kind of one way, my way or no way is what I just heard, my way or the highway. But it's not. It's just they have. They're probably dealing with a Taurus, to be quite honest, or even a Cappy. Could be Virgo too, but I don't know. But it's just like, they're so used, they have one way of doing things, and they're so used to doing it, and it's almost like routine, that they don't really want to switch up. But I feel like it's been working for them. You know what I mean? You may want to take notes. I don't know. It's also an energy of being balanced and grounded physically and spiritually, because that's what I'm getting right here, especially with the sources. This is more my spirit, the air energy. And it's just like being balanced in both, so that you can get this upright and be balanced in that fourth chakra, your heart chakra, which is what Leo affects, That's interesting. And like I said, now though, I feel like, especially if those of you who it had to do with like a business idea or endeavor or whatever that wasn't successful in the past, now though, because you had to learn to persevere and to, have faith and keep going despite what it looked like, have faith that it would all work out. You may have had to do something different. Think about it. See it from a higher perspective. See it a little bit differently. Now you are reaping the rewards, because we're going to get into it in the wrap up. Now you have a new opportunity coming towards you. And this right here, this one is, this is it. This is it, Let's see what your divine abundance says. Look, I can't make it. Mind you, too, when this flipped out, it was two other ones that flipped out with it. And I had to look at them before I put them back. It was, what was it? Limitless, which keeps coming out. It done came out for both Aries and Taurus. And then, what was the other one, Spirit? What was the other one? Limitless and, oh shoot, hold on, y'all. Let me see. Let me look real quick. Divine Abundance. How could I forget that? How could I forget that? Limitless and Divine Abundance. If only you had, because this kind of came out, I want to say, like in reverse a little bit. But, and like I was telling Pal One back here, which we're going to get into in the wrap up, that's because you got to keep the faith, baby. Keep the faith that and know that all will work out as it will for the highest good, you know? It says, miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Look, love is opening me to receive beyond anything I can imagine. I'm trying to tell y'all. And this beautiful lotus flower is what I'm getting. Like that comes, you got to grow them through the mud. They go through the murkiest waters, but it still comes out so beautifully. I love that. And look, at the bottom of the Divine Abundance is this beautiful courage energy. And it's telling you clearly you have to have the courage. You know what I'm saying? That Leo energy. Keep the faith, right? Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. I love that elephant vibe. That may be a spirit guide totem for you. I don't know. But anyway, and then I think I showed y'all this already, but in case I didn't, here's the bottom of the topper, which we're about to get into deeper in the finisher. In the wrap up, okay? The finisher. Anyway, so let's see what your topper has to read or has to say in here. And y'all just bear with me because these can be rather lengthy. It's on pages 188 through 191, but what I'm going to read to you ends on 190. She leads off with a healing process, and if you are interested, hit me up and I will gladly send it to you, okay? All right. 40. Hayaka, sorceress of light. No enemy shall defeat you, not by night nor by day, not upon the earth nor in the soul. You are divinely protected and empowered. You shall fulfill your destiny with joy in your heart and laughter in your belly. Play, be in nature. Feel the freedom of happiness within you even in this moment. These are your sacred powers, and with them you shall take every step upon your journey successfully, and nothing shall thwart your divine destiny. Inner reading. Ask for healing, mentoring, or assistance to support you now. This support will help you feel stronger and more empowered so as to deal with any challenge and be reassured that your spirit can handle it. There is spiritual protection for you now as you follow the guidance to explore conscious movement and creative self-expression. This can stir up old energy, releasing it from you and allowing vital presence to take hold within you. Sorry, this is also because they're bringing me back to this, and that's talking about the ego too, right? So that's what needs to be released. Don't be so egocentric. That's interesting that it's in the center. You know what I mean? Parts of that need to be released, especially the parts that are unhealthy and not balanced. And again, with that Leo energy, talking about your heart chakra. So, you know, because I'm hearing, all I do is win, 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 no matter what, which you do anyway. But you don't have to be egotistical about it. You know what I mean? All right. So you are going through an initiation in which you will need to reassert your happiness and joy anytime it slips into the darkness of doubt, fear, or anxiety. Take time to dance, sing, drum, and affirm your aliveness with joy and courage. Become spiritually bolder in the face of anything that attempts to diminish you. Have faith in the power of the divine being, the supreme power. You are watched over by love. In the spiritual guidance, Hayaka, a goddess of Hawaii, watches over the sacred dances of the hula and the arts of the chant, sorcery, and medicine. Hers is the medicine of light, sound, and the ability to penetrate the darkness of lower level consciousness which could overwhelm our sense of spirit, joy, heart, and inspiration with defeatism, despair, boredom, and even terror. This type of onslaught from darkness comes at certain times to those seeking to embody and enact the light on earth. One of these times may be when we are feeling strong and making progress, and we feel tested to sustain that higher level of being and awareness even through challenge. Another of these times may be when we feel weaker, more vulnerable, perhaps fatigued from a challenging time, and just not quite able to summon the quality of joy on our own. In all such moments upon the spirit warrior's path of light, Hayaka assists. Hayaka is said to dwell in a grove of lewa trees, which are sacred to her as the place where she spent her time dancing with the forest spirits. Hayaka's name translates as, quote, she who lifts darkness, end quote. Hai is from lifting up the hip, and Aka means shadow. Wow. As patroness of sacred dancers, she reminds us that with a simple movement of our hip, we can move into the dance and connect with joy. It is said. Sorry, y'all, because I heard at that time, do your pelvic thrust, and then I heard sexual healing. So, I mean, that may be your dance, your sacred dance. Just be mindful of that energy, okay? Because it is powerful, honey, but you can do a lot. Anyway, as patroness of sacred dancers, she reminds us that with a simple movement of our hip, we can move into the dance and connect with joy. It is said that one of the first things that a shaman will ask of a person who is plagued by demons, or in our modern parlance, unable to summon the energy for their true fulfillment and sacred purpose in the world, is, quote, when was the last time you danced, end quote. Dancing, whether literally moving your body to music or symbolically in whatever makes your being light up, is a way to invoke aliveness so that we can tap into the joy that counteracts darkness. Consider what makes you feel like your soul is dancing. Make time and space for it in your life as a practice of sustaining and strengthening your spirit. Part of Hayaka's divine purpose is bearing the clouds, providing rain, thunder, and lightning. Her wisdom reminds us that movement in itself can be healing. When energy becomes stagnant, we can struggle. This doesn't mean we abstain from rest, because true rest allows energy to circulate through our being. This is why we emerge from rest feeling renewed and refreshed. Movement to circulate energy means flowing in relationship with our bodies, minds, and souls, trusting our inner rhythms. Most modern lifestyles make it difficult to live an honest relationship with the mind and body. It can be tricky to find the time and place to authentically and spontaneously honor our natural needs for expression and flow, so we summon our wisdom and creativity to find a way. Hayaka says that we must be willing to move with the storm wisdom within us, or we shall be moved by the storm wisdom around us. What I say about that wisdom, though? We will be moved by those events which startle us from our routine when we are falling asleep rather than resting and living. Give yourself permission to explore a more authentic relationship with yourself, and trust that in the process, the changes that will happen, and in parentheses they have, and sometimes those changes will include how we live and work, where we live, and with whom we share our lives, in parentheses, but they will be healing, okay? So, I read it. Give yourself permission to explore a more authentic relationship with yourself, and trust that in the process, the changes that will happen will be healing, okay? And like I said, she leaves you with a healing process. And if you are interested, let me know and I will send it to you. All right. All right, my dear gems. That is what I have for you. For those of you who chose this pile, I pray that it resonates. And if it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means comment your testimonies down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, especially and including yourself, though, okay? And I really pray that's what y'all are here for. Whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing so. And if you want to join me for another pile that you have yet to see, I will see you there. If not, please stay tuned to the wrap up. And if not, then take care, Anyway, to the next one, be easy, y'all. Don't forget your love and light, because it makes everything all right. Deuces. All right, you guys, welcome, my beautiful gems, to your wrap up. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for joining in with me today. Let's get on into it, shall we? So I'm gonna try not to mess with these too much, because it took a lot to even get them where they are. But let's just really quickly recap what we went through, in case some of you didn't tune into each of the piles. So for month 1, or pile 1, or October, whatever, we dive deeper into this peace energy. And there's definitely something with the sacred geometry and just utilizing the blue, the energy of blue, whatever that may be. I mentioned turquoise, lapis lazuli, blue lace agate, but you can use whatever you desire, honey. Wear the color blue. Get by water. Drink plenty of water. That will definitely help you bring forth this peace that you so seek, because, you will definitely need it. We were talking about that all throughout, and it's definitely going to be needed, especially those of you who may be in this Queen of Swords in reverse energy, which is, I told y'all when I first saw it, I heard irrational, and many of you just need that balanced, stable peace of mind, right? But I feel like it starts with your heart, because I was telling each pile I feel like the number 4 is important for all of y'all, and it's something about that heart chakra, all right? Moving into month 2, or November, if you will, this is the judgment energy. And I was telling y'all to not be so self-critical, number 1, but also critical of others, because if you are to yourself, right? Because people be reflecting you understand? So don't judge too harshly. Ooh, I knew I was gonna do that. Oh well, I'll get it. And then for month 3, we have empathy. And again, it's just understanding both sides of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Really getting into that heart chakra. I mentioned rose quartz you may want to work with, some kind of pink, right? Even reds. It may have something to do with your family too. And again, the number 4 is coming through heavy. So, and getting into this beautiful energy, I truly feel like starting here in the peace, some of you are truly trying to manifest like either this separation, but what I feel is more so the renewal, the peace within this relationships, because two energies are really obviously going in 2 separate directions. They're falling apart, and that may be what needs to happen, because I think we talked about it here about letting go. Here, right? Releasing what needs to be released and allow the new to come in, because I truly feel like many of you are trying to manifest this new this, and in whatever way it may be, because the judgment can also talk about that renewal type of energy, right? Many of you are trying to either renew something or bring in something new altogether, especially with this Ace of Pentacles center here in your reading. And I do feel like it's just talking about this balanced and stable and peaceful here relationship within yourself first and foremost, and then of course you may see it in the 3D, okay? But here with this divine abundance, spirit is calling for you to ask them for help. Let them handle your light work. You know what I mean? Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't try to do it all yourself. I feel like the overall message, especially with this divine though, is to remember to have faith, because I was telling y'all that this flew out kind of like in reverse, but it's still, that's the lesson though, to see if you're gonna persevere, to see if you're gonna trust and have faith, because that's exactly what this Aries this Fool in reverse is talking about. Generally upright, that's faith in and of itself, but some of you, there's a lack of faith here. Maybe that if this relationship is going to work out, if this job situation or idea that you're planning is going to work out, if you can even have I just heard comprehensive and cohesive, both. But I was trying to say conversation with your boss, somebody in authority, even if it's not necessarily a boss, because it very much so just can be like a masculine, like a fatherly figure. Even doesn't just have to be biological, y'all. But either way, it's like, have faith that it's everything gonna work out like it's meant to anyway. No matter what you do, as long as you bring love into the situation, open your heart, allow yourself to be vulnerable, come from a place of peace, balance, and love. And speak your truth. That's why we tell y'all all the time, do not forget your love and light, because that is truly what makes everything all right in your life. Like, for real. It is powerful, and the light is just your truth, okay? Which I feel like some of you are really wanting to or needing to embody this air energy, and are. Those of you that are, to be carefree, to be free spirited, to just do what you need to do, right? Like, do what you need to do, not for any outside recognition, but just for yourself, really. Okay, there's definitely heavy Leo energy throughout. It really kind of everybody. I got Aries, Leo, Libra, Aqua, who I say Taurus, Virgo, Cappy, any earth sign, okay? Really any fire sign, to be quite honest, but Aries and Sage heavy. And Leo, I said it already, right? Yeah, so anyway, it can be anybody, y'all. Virgo is coming through pretty heavy for the earth signs. Who else? We ain't got no cups out here. That's interesting. But I was telling y'all, I feel like, especially this piece, like I told y'all already, get by water, drink water, whatever. Cause she look like she need to fall up in that water, right? Wash to cleanse, to renew. Mm-hmm. The number 4, if I didn't say that already, is definitely heavy for y'all, okay? Which is all about that heart chakra. And so let's go ahead and get into that. I feel like it was something else I needed to say to y'all, but I guess not. Look at here, y'all. We about to get into this reading right here, okay? Because this is your overall underlying energy for the topper, but look what's underneath it. And baby, if this ain't what we talking about here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm a child of the king, I'm a child of the king, wherever I go. My father is rich in houses and land. He rules the world with the palm of his hand. Man, you a child of God, baby. You are touched, you are blessed, you are protected. That's exactly what I'm getting to out of this. But anyways, looking at your bottom of the header, topper energy, look at that 11. This your new potentially. I don't know why she looks sad to me. She looks truly depressed. Some of y'all may have been dealing with that. Maybe because your third eye been blocked. You ain't seeing it clearly. You may have lost faith. I said that back here, even with this, I keep wanting to call this Aries. That is definitely my Aries energy. But with this Fool in reverse, some of y'all done really lost faith. I don't know. Some of you, to the point that you may have given up. Because I told y'all, this really kind of came out in reverse. Like it wanted to be in reverse. But I forgot to tell y'all, a couple of other cards came out with it being the Limitless and which keeps coming out and has come out in both Aries and Taurus's reading, and Divine Abundance, right? Which is powerful. Like, you have the potential for that if you just keep the faith, baby. Never give up on or nor doubt what God can do for you, okay? Anyway, but yeah, and I feel like some of y'all may have even given up on this Divine Feminine, as it says, way of the Divine Feminine revealed. Some of you may be that Divine Feminine, and it's like, I feel like you may have given up on your purpose or your mission, or I don't know, it's just the energy of defeat she just looked just beat down, you know? I don't know, but let's get into this reading. All right. It's time to renew your purpose, maybe. Or renew your passion of your purpose, something like that. Okay, pages 72 through 75. For what I will read you, it ends on 74. All right. 11. Ayana Vision, Way of the Divine Feminine Revealed. The Divine Feminine yearns to reveal her way and her wisdom to you, that you live passionately and purposefully. Can't make it up. I love it. Thank you so much, Spirit. I receive. Thank you. It's exactly what I told y'all. And I feel like I told one of these pals when I was showing y'all the bottom of the deck energy, is that something about her, like she's wanting to be seen, you know? And that's probably she's not being seen for her truth. I don't know. You know, for who she truly is, I don't know. But that's the vibe I'm getting. Anyway, as you trust her inner guiding voice, you recognize the authentic desires and visions that move you from within, that are the seeds of your sacred mission. You shall experience the clarity and soul deep relief that only truth can bring. You shall experience a knowing of purpose that awakens your ability to live deliberately and experience deep fulfillment. Man, I love it. Inner reading. Ayana Vision is the blossoming awareness of your life purpose and true inner passion. You are being lovingly pushed to admit to your authentic and most passionate soul yearnings, becoming bold with honesty. What means so much to you that you are willing to give up all that you have held onto out of fear so that it can be? It says maybe, but I said can be. What matters enough to you that you would symbolically die and be reborn? What I tell y'all about that judgment energy. There's an energy of rebirth. So that you can, let's see, what matters enough to you that you would symbolically die and be reborn, with all the endings and uncertainties such growth entails, so that your dream can become real. Don't turn away from your yearning out of fear, practicality, or any other excuse to replace faith with doubt. Your truth acknowledged will bring you peace. I told you they wrap it up with a bow. Just so. even if admitting it also means facing the personal transformation required to bring that truth to life in your world. And I told y'all that judgment energy holds the energy of transformation, because there's something about the number 13, which potentially is a 4 in that judgment. Okay. Wow. When it is truth, it is healing. Embrace it. So, spiritual guidance. You are due for a revelation, an awakening into deeper recognition and understanding of your true spiritual passion and sacred life purpose, and all that is entailed in manifesting it in loving co-creation with the universe. The situations, behaviors, and relationships that were appropriate and acceptable at earlier stages of your life journey will not necessarily continue to be so as your spiritual path progresses. Notice the effect of people, places, and situations on your state of mind. Such effects could be uplifting and helpful. However, even if intentions are good, the effect may be diminishing, compromising your ability to hold connection to the light. You will know when that is happening because your inspiration, your idealism, and your hope, all of which give you vital energy to work towards fulfillment of your most cherished dreams, slowly become tainted by lower frequency beliefs. That's that Queen of Swords in reverse, y'all. Instead of being true to your original vision, you believe that you must change yourself to suit the world. Instead of feeling happiness and confidence in your ability to complete your task, you feel overwhelmed and inadequate and insecure. That's that 6 of Wands in reverse. From a place of wisdom rather than from a place of wisdom rather than fearfulness, take care of what sort of energy you allow to have direct and unfettered access to your inner being. Such a position of potential influence over your state of mind is best reserved for the Divine Mother. You will know when a message or impression is coming from a pure place because of what happens in your being in response to it. You will feel happy, at peace, willing, and capable, even in the face of challenge. You will have a sense that all things are working as they are meant to, and although you will be more relaxed, you will also be more focused, productive, and inspired. Genuine divine guidance does not create anxiety, nor does it paint something to be well when it is in need of repair. Yet, no matter the content of the message, you will feel relief in the face of such loving and true and helpful truth. If someone or something has stolen away your peace of mind and certainty of heart, use the healing process below and your own intention to claim it back. There is a vision unfolding within your being, an urging of the sacred feminine, something which deep within your bones you recognize as being truth. It may still be blossoming into fullness, but if you tune into yourself, you can feel the essence of its beauty and grace. It is not wishful thinking or fantasy. Do not give up on your beautiful visions. I'm feeling called to actually read this healing process, so here we go. It will end on page 75. It says, place your attention on the image of the oracle card, seeing the peaceful love in the eyes of the goddess as she gazes gently into the depths of you. Her gaze can evoke certain feelings in you of being deeply loved and nurtured, of being seen at an honest and deep level with absolute acceptance. Whisper kind and loving words to yourself as if the image were speaking to you. You may like to repeat the words below several times over to yourself in a soothing voice. You can also create your own words of love if you wish. And here's what she writes. I love you. I am here for you. All is well. I trust you unconditionally. My faith in you never wavers. I will always care for you. I am always by your side and in your heart. Together we shall ensure your divine fulfillment for the greatest good of all life. I love you. I am here for you. All is well. I trust you unconditionally. My faith in you never wavers. I will always care for you. I am always by your side and in your heart. Together we shall ensure your divine fulfillment for the greatest good of all life. One more time for the divine. I love you. I am here for you. All is well. I trust you unconditionally. My faith in you never wavers. I will always care for you. I am always by your side and in your heart. Together we shall ensure your divine fulfillment for the greatest good of all life. She says, then say this prayer aloud. I invite the unconditional love of the Sacred Mother to heal my mind, body, and soul. I open to your true guidance, to the vision of beauty that you hold for me in this lifetime, and all the resources that you give so generously that I may fulfill my being and my destiny. May your truth calm my mind and bring divine knowledge to my heart. I trust in the truth of what your perfect will holds in store for me. I need no fear. I embrace your loving presence within my heart. Assume a relaxing, comfortable position, perhaps taking a seated posture or lying down, wrapped in a blanket or shawl, or hugging yourself, or nestling next to your pet, or even stretching out delightedly on your back like a starfish. Rest for as long as feels right for you. You have completed your healing process. I love that, man. I love that. I pray that y'all utilize that, and that is why I felt called to read it. That is what I have, my beautiful gems. I'm going to leave it there. I pray that it resonates with you. If it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means comment your testimonies down below. You never know how this may help someone grow, but especially in including yourself. And I pray that's what you're here for. And whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so very much for doing so. You have no idea how much it helps. If you want to join me for another pick a card reading, you can check the link in the description box below. If you want anything else that you're looking for, check the playlist on my channel, okay? There are plenty more readings and different styles of readings. If you are looking for something different, join us for the Monology series that we are currently tapping into and will be throughout this year. What have you, okay? Anyway, I love you and I thank you, y'all. Please do not forget your love and light, because it truly makes everything all right. Deuces.